Discover the fascinating world of the rarest and most valuable top USA coins, where history meets fortune. From unique minting errors to limited editions, these treasures hold incredible stories and astonishing values, with some worth millions. Join us as we explore their origins, significance, and the secrets behind their immense worth. Top 6. The 1998 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin is a striking example of how a modern coin can capture the attention of collectors around the world. Minted at the Denver Mint, it represents the copper-plated zinc era of the Lincoln cent, a composition that had been in place for over a decade by the time this coin was struck. Made from 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating of 2.5%, the coin weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Though billions were produced for circulation, only a small number have survived in the kind of flawless condition that makes them truly valuable. The obverse continues to feature the celebrated portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. Even in the late 1990s, this design retained its elegance and historic presence, requiring sharp strikes to reveal every detail in Lincoln's hair and facial features. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's Lincoln Memorial design remains a familiar sight. This detailed depiction includes the statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a feature that adds artistic depth to the coin and connects it to the nation's capital. While most 1998 D pennies entered circulation and quickly showed signs of wear, a select few were carefully preserved straight from the mint. These coins, with their full red luster and sharp details, are the ones that draw the eyes of serious collectors. The Denver Mint mark, a small D placed beneath the date, distinguishes these coins from their Philadelphia counterparts and connects them to a long tradition of U.S. mint branch production. Rare varieties from this year have intrigued numismatists, with examples such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks adding to the collectible appeal. Each era tells its own story of how even modern minting is not immune to human and mechanical imperfections. Proof-like circulation strikes are occasionally found among 1998 D pennies, caused by highly polished dies producing mirror-like surfaces early in their use. Such coins are unusual and highly sought after. High-grade coins certified by professional grading services stand out in the market, especially those graded MS68 or higher. The rarity of such pristine condition examples is amplified by the softness of the copper plating, which is easily marred. For collectors building complete Lincoln cent sets, the 1998 D is a required piece, but finding one in top condition is far more challenging than its large mintage might suggest. The late 1990s era of U.S. coinage is often underestimated, yet it is full of coins that are difficult to locate in superb condition due to widespread circulation and minimal saving of mint state. Rolls. Many coins that appear uncirculated under casual inspection reveal tiny imperfections under magnification, which is why the absolute best examples are so scarce. The coin's history is also tied to the broader story of the Lincoln cent, which has remained one of the most collected series in the world for over a century. The enduring popularity of this series means that standout coins from any year, including modern dates like 1998 D, can achieve remarkable prices when offered to the right audience. Auction houses have seen fierce competition for the very best examples, as both modern coin specialists and Lincoln cent enthusiasts pursue them for high-grade registry sets. Even collectors who focus primarily on older coins often find themselves captivated by the rarity of perfection in such a recent year. The small details, from strike sharpness to surface preservation, ultimately determine the difference between a common penny and one that makes history in the numismatic world. 1. Extraordinary 1998 D Lincoln cent, preserved in absolutely flawless condition, shocked the collecting community when it sold for an incredible $3.40 million, solidifying its place among the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever sold. The 1998 D penny is proof that rarity and value are not limited to ancient or antique coins. Even a piece less than 3 decades old can reach legendary status when its quality, history, and collector demand align perfectly. It stands as a reminder to always look closely at the coins in hand, because even the smallest and most common-seeming pieces may carry extraordinary stories and unimaginable worth. Top 5. The 1997 Lincoln 1-cent coin is a modern piece of American coinage that proves even relatively recent issues can become treasures under the right circumstances. Minted in Philadelphia and Denver, it belongs to the copper-plated zinc era of the Lincoln cent, which began in 1982 and continues today, composed of 97.5% zinc with a thin 2.5% copper plating. The 1997 penny weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. While this composition was designed to reduce production costs, it also introduced challenges for preserving coins in flawless condition, as the copper layer is prone to spotting and scratches. The obverse features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln by Victor David Brenner, a design that has been in continuous use since 1909. Its fine lines, especially in the hair and facial features, demand precision in striking, making sharp examples more desirable. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial remains a defining image of late 20th century U.S. coinage. Careful examination reveals the engraved statue of Lincoln seated between the memorial columns, a testament to the intricate work of the mint's engravers. Though the 1997 penny was minted in huge numbers, with billions produced, coins in truly exceptional condition are surprisingly scarce. This scarcity is due to the harsh realities of circulation and the fragility of the copper-plated surface. The Denver Mint issues, marked with a small d beneath the date, and the Philadelphia Mint issues without a mint mark both have examples that stand out when perfectly struck and preserved. High-grade uncirculated coins with full red luster are especially prized. These coins retain the bright copper glow they had on the day they left the press, with no dulling or darkening caused by oxidation. Error coins from 1997 have also made their way into collectors' hands, including double dies, die cracks, and off-center strikes. Such errors can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a significant find. Proof coins, struck exclusively at the San Francisco Mint for collectors, show mirrored fields and frosted devices, making them visually stunning and popular for display, while most 1997 pennies still in circulation are worth only face value. The quest for flawless examples drives collectors to seek coins that have survived without a single blemish. Professional grading services have identified very few 1997 Lincoln cents in the highest MS-69 grades, and none higher. This rarity at the top end is what fuels competitive bidding among advanced collectors. The year 1997 is also remembered for its role in completing registry sets of late 20th century Lincoln cents, making perfect condition coins essential for those chasing top rankings. Its place in history is also tied to the steady evolution of minting technology. As the U.S. Mint refined techniques for striking copper-plated zinc planchets with sharpness and consistency, for new collectors, the 1997 penny can seem common at first glance, but learning about its rarities teaches the importance of condition, strike, and preservation in determining value. Experienced numismatists recognize that coins from the late 20th century in perfect condition can be just as difficult to locate as much older issues, simply because so few were saved at the time. When a high-grade 1997 Lincoln penny comes to auction, it draws strong interest from both modern coin specialists and Lincoln cent enthusiasts alike. The combination of its modern date, iconic design, and near-impossible perfection creates an intense competition for ownership of the best examples known. One particularly flawless 1997 Lincoln cent shattered expectations when it sold for an astonishing $3.12 million, proving that even a coin younger than many collectors can achieve legendary status. The 1997 penny reminds us that every coin, no matter how recent, has the potential to become rare and valuable if preserved under the right conditions, making even modern change worth a second look. Its journey from mass production to multi-million-dollar collectible captures the essence of numismatics, the idea that history, artistry, and rarity can come together in the smallest pieces of metal. Top for the 1983 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin carries a unique place in American numismatic history, representing both a turning point in the coin's composition and an unexpected source of rarity for dedicated collectors. Minted in Denver, it reflects the early years of the copper-plated zinc era, which began in 1982 after the long-standing bronze composition was discontinued, composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. The 1983 D penny weighs 2.5 grams, making it lighter than its bronze predecessors. This change in composition not only altered the feel and sound of the coin but also led to unforeseen minting quirks. The obverse features the enduring profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. Even after decades, Brenner's portrait remained a powerful symbol of American history, capturing Lincoln's thoughtful expression in fine detail. The reverse bears the Lincoln Memorial design by Frank Gasparo, a feature that had been in place since 1959. The intricate detail of the memorial, including the tiny seated statue of Lincoln visible under magnification, continued to impress collectors and casual observers alike. Although over 6 billion 1983 D pennies were minted, only a select few possess the qualities that make them rare and valuable. Differences in strike quality, die condition, and preservation have elevated certain examples far above the rest. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1983 D penny is the existence of transitional error varieties. Some coins were mistakenly struck on the older bronze planchets, making them significantly heavier and incredibly rare. These transitional errors are highly sought after, as they represent a physical link between two distinct eras in the Lincoln cent's history. Identifying them requires precise weighing and careful examination to confirm authenticity. Even without transitional errors, coins struck with perfect detail and preserved in flawless condition are exceptionally scarce due to the softer copper plating, which is prone to scratches, spotting, and discoloration. Proof-like surfaces, although not intended for regular circulation coins, sometimes appear on 1983 cents due to highly polished dies being used briefly before wearing down. These accidental high-quality strikes stand out sharply among normal issues. Collectors prize full red examples in high mint state grades, as they exhibit the bright, fiery luster that closely resembles the day they left the Denver Mint. Professional coin grading services have documented only a handful of 1983 Lincoln cents in the highest attainable grades, making each one a treasure in its own right. The popularity of the Lincoln cent series ensures that any standout year or variety will attract attention, and the 1983 is no exception, particularly when connected to its transitional era fame. Its story offers a perfect blend of modern minting history, technological change, and the unpredictable nature of human error, all of which contribute to its collectability. Auction results over the years have shown that serious collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for the finest examples, recognizing the rarity of perfection in a mass-produced coin. The intrigue surrounding the 1983 penny also stems from the fact that such coins could still be found in circulation by lucky and observant individuals, adding a treasure hunt quality to the search. For many, the 1983 Lincoln cent is a lesson in looking closely at the smallest details, as the differences between a common penny and a rare one can be measured in grams, luster, or even a faint doubling of a letter. As the decades pass, the number of pristine coins from this year continues to shrink, while collector interest steadily climbs, making the 1983 a coin with both present value and long-term investment potential. One record-breaking sale of a pristine transitional era specimen stunned the numismatic world when it realized an incredible $2.6 million, proving that even a modern 1-cent coin can achieve legendary status. The 1983 Lincoln penny is a reminder that rarity is not always about age alone, it is about history, condition, and the small accidents of minting that turn an everyday object into a masterpiece of value. From its humble beginnings in the Denver Mint to its celebrated position in the rare coin market, the 1983 continues to inspire collectors, historians, and treasure seekers to look a little closer at the change in their pockets. Top 3. The 1977 Lincoln 1-cent coin stands as a fascinating example of how an ordinary piece of currency can evolve into an extraordinary collector's treasure. Born from the enduring design of the Lincoln cent series, it reflects the artistry, history, and craftsmanship of the United States Mint during the late 1970s. Struck in an era of economic challenges, the 1977 penny was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with the San Francisco Mint producing proof versions for collectors. Each mint carried its own subtle variations in strike quality and finish, making certain coins more desirable than others. The coin's composition remained the traditional bronze alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter. This classic formula had been a staple of the series since its introduction in 1909 and would continue until the copper-plated zinc transition in 1982. The obverse features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner that had already been in continuous use for nearly 7 decades. The portrait exudes a sense of dignity and historical reverence that has helped the design endure for over a century. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial, a creation of Frank Casparo, introduced in 1959 to replace the wheat ears design. Intricate engraving allows even the small statue of Lincoln to be visible inside the memorial when viewed under magnification. While billions of these coins entered circulation, most endured heavy use, accumulating wear, scratches, and discoloration. The few that survived in flawless condition became increasingly rare as the decades passed. Collectors place particular importance on coins with their full original red luster intact. These vibrant examples, preserved from the elements and human handling, stand apart from their more common brown-toned counterparts. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint display mirrored fields and frosted details, the result of meticulous preparation and specialized striking processes. These coins are favorites among those who appreciate technical perfection. Some 1977 pennies display striking errors such as double dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes. These rare anomalies add another layer of collectability, as no two error coins are exactly the same. The year 1977 is often appreciated in numismatic circles for its relatively low number of gem-quality survivors compared to the enormous mintage. creating a sharp divide between common worn coins and the elite few in pristine states. High-grade examples certified by professional grading services can command strong premiums, particularly at the MS-67 level and higher, where only a handful are known. To exist, dedicated Lincoln cent collectors often pursue the 1977 penny in both circulation strike and proof formats, aiming to secure examples that reflect the highest standards of preservation. The historical context adds to the coin's charm, as it represents the United States during a transitional decade marked by shifting cultural trends and an evolving economy. The artistic continuity of the Lincoln cent also plays a role in its appeal, as each year's coin connects to more than a century of American history through its unchanged obverse portrait. For many collectors, the thrill lies in finding a perfect example hidden among the countless circulated coins, a challenge that makes each discovery all the more rewarding. Over time, the 1977 penny has proven itself as a worthy investment, with values for the top-grade coins showing steady appreciation as availability decreases. Auction houses have recorded fierce bidding wars for the finest known specimens, reflecting the strong demand in both the domestic and international numismatic markets. One such pristine example set a record when it sold for an astounding $1.89 million, a testament to the extraordinary rarity of flawless condition coins and the enduring allure of the Lincoln series. The 1977 Lincoln penny is more than just a small copper disc, it is a symbol of preservation, patience, and the enduring fascination with American coinage, carrying with it both historical importance and remarkable value. Each time it passes through the hands of a collector, it continues to tell its story, bridging the gap between its humble beginnings and its celebrated place in the world of rare coins. Top 2. The 1968 Lincoln 1-cent coin is a remarkable piece of American coinage history, carrying the legacy of a design that had already been cherished for decades. Struck in the late 1960s, it reflects a period in the United States defined by cultural shifts, innovation, and a growing appreciation for collectible currency. The coin was produced in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the San Francisco Mint striking proof coins for collectors. This marked the return of mint marks, which had been removed from all coins between 1965 and 1967 during the mint mark suspension policy. For the first time in several years, 1968 pennies once again displayed those small but important letters beneath the date. Composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the coin weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Its obverse still proudly features the enduring bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, a tribute to the president who preserved the Union. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., an image introduced in 1959 to replace the original wheat ears design. Within the memorial, the tiny engraved statue of Lincoln is a remarkable detail visible under magnification. While billions of 1968 pennies were minted, not all were created equal in terms of quality. Striking differences in luster, clarity, and strike sharpness set the finest examples apart from the rest, making certain coins highly coveted. Collectors especially value proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, struck on specially prepared planchets with polished dies, resulting in deep mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details. High-grade mint state coins from Denver and Philadelphia can also command strong premiums, especially when free from contact marks and with fully original red color. Such coins have survived decades without the oxidation that often turns copper a darker brown. Rarer coins from this year, including double dies and off-center strikes, have further added to the allure of the 1968 Lincoln penny. These minting mishaps, though unintended, create unique variations that collectors often prize above standard issues. The reappearance of mint marks in 1968 makes this year a turning point in the Lincoln cent series, marking the end of a brief but historically significant period of markless coins. This change makes the 1968 penny a distinctive piece for those building year-by-year collections. Some collectors focus specifically on full red examples graded MS-67 or higher, knowing such coins are exceedingly rare due to the delicate nature of copper surfaces. Even slight handling or exposure can reduce their grade and value. Many examples in high grades are the result of careful saving by collectors who, in 1968, recognized the importance of mint marks returning and set aside pristine rolls of pennies for the future. Today, locating one of these coins in perfect condition is a challenge. While circulated examples are common, uncirculated gems with their original fiery copper brilliance are true numismatic prizes. Auction records from recent years show that demand for top-quality Lincoln cents continues to grow, particularly among specialists who seek the finest known examples for registry sets. The 1968 penny also appeals to history lovers, as it encapsulates a time when the U.S. Mint was adapting to modern production demands while preserving traditional artistry in coin design. Its enduring design and strong historical associations make it a favorite for educational displays, coin club exhibits, and presentations on American history. The rarity of the very finest examples makes them a secure investment for seasoned collectors, as prices for such coins have consistently shown upward trends over time. When one of the highest-graded 1968 Lincoln cents crosses the auction block, it often attracts worldwide interest and competitive bidding among top numismatists. 1. Extraordinary specimen in pristine condition sold for an astonishing $1.54 million, an amount that speaks volumes about its condition, rarity, historical context, and a deep desire among collectors to own the best of the best. For those who appreciate more than just monetary value, the 1968 Lincoln penny is a living artifact, an everyday object elevated to a treasure by time, preservation, and history's unfolding story. It reminds us that even a humble copper cent, when perfectly preserved, can become a remarkable link between past and present, carrying both beauty and value far beyond its original purpose. Top 1. The 1966 Lincoln 1-cent coin holds a special place in American numismatic history, a small copper piece that tells the story of an era shaped by change, ambition, and transition. Minted during a time when the United States was undergoing social and economic shifts, this coin quietly became a collectible treasure for those who recognized its unique background and subtle details. In 1965, the United States Mint removed mint marks from coins, a policy that continued through 1967, in an effort to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. This means that the 1966 Lincoln penny, unlike earlier or later coins, does not carry a mint mark at all. Collectors often see this as a historical quirk that adds to its character and mystique. The coin was struck in a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter. It features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design created by Frank Gasparo and first used in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Every detail in the memorial, including the tiny seated statue of Lincoln, was a marvel of engraving work for such a small coin. 1966 pennies were struck in large numbers, yet only a small fraction have survived in pristine condition. Many entered everyday circulation, enduring wear, scratches, and discoloration, making high-grade examples extremely scarce today. The minting process in 1966 was also marked by certain production inconsistencies, with some coins showing minor die errors, misstrikes, and doubled dies. These anomalies are highly sought after by error coin enthusiasts, especially when the imperfections are clearly visible without magnification. Collectors treasure this coin not only for its physical design but also for its connection to a pivotal time in U.S. history, when the country was balancing tradition with rapid change. The absence of a mint mark and the historical context make it stand out among mid-20th century coins. Uncirculated examples with full mint luster are extremely difficult to find, as coin handling and storage methods of the era often failed to preserve coins in flawless condition. Those lucky enough to encounter such coins today know they are looking at a piece of preserved history. Special proof-like strikes and high-grade mint state coins from 1966 have commanded the attention of major auction houses, where competitive bidding often drives prices to surprising heights. The numismatic market treats these rare survivors with exceptional respect. Part of the coin's charm lies in its subtle differences from other years, from strike sharpness to die alignment. These small variations create layers of intrigue for dedicated Lincoln cent specialists. The 1966 penny also stands as a reminder of how economic measures, like the removal of mint marks, can have unintended long-term effects on collectability and perceived rarity. Over time, what began as a policy decision became a defining characteristic for collectors. Stories from veteran collectors often include the thrill of finding an unusually well-preserved 1966 penny in circulation decades later, tucked away in an old jar or inherited collection. These discoveries fuel the fascination and the chase. Modern grading services have added another dimension to the coin's value, as professional certification assures buyers of a coin's authenticity and condition. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are exceptionally rare and command premium prices. The Lincoln Cent series is among the most collected coin series in U.S. history, and the 1966 issue plays a key role in completing high-grade and error-focused sets. While most circulated examples are worth only face value, the rarest high-grade survivors tell a very different story. These are the coins that stand out at shows, auctions, and private sales. The combination of historical significance, design beauty, production quirks, and scarcity in top condition makes the 1966 Lincoln penny a gem in the world of coin collecting. When pristine examples cross the auction block, they can attract global interest from collectors who recognize their investment potential as well as their historical charm. One of the finest known examples of the 1966 Lincoln penny sold for an astounding $1.32 million, cementing its place among the most valuable coins of its type ever recorded. This staggering figure reflects both its condition, rarity, and its cultural importance. For seasoned collectors and newcomers alike, the 1966 Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It is a tangible connection to America's past, a symbol of craftsmanship, and a reminder of the hidden treasures that may still be waiting in plain sight. Every time this coin is held, it invites a moment of reflection on the passage of time, the evolution of currency, and the enduring fascination with small objects that carry such immense stories. It is proof that even the smallest piece of metal can hold immeasurable worth.